The Revenant is one of Guild Wars 2's harder classes to pick up, with resource management, relatively low cooldowns, and some multitasking. If you're having a hard time with how fast-paced and overwhelming Revenant can sometimes get, well then look no further. With these 5 tips, you'll be able to get one step closer to mastering the Revenant. Being a heavy armored class, the Revenant is able to make a few mistakes without being punished too hard due to its natural durability. Revenant's strengths lie in its toolkit, with access to multiple evades, stun breaks, and even blocks on some weapons. There's always a tool in the Revenant's arsenal for most situations. Knowing when and how to use these tools is what will set you apart from the others. On top of already being able to swap your weapons in combat, the Revenant is given access to 2 legend stances. These stances come with their own set of skills and unique energy bar. You're only able to invoke 1 legend at a time, but may swap between them with a cooldown. Once swapped, the energy bar will reset to match that current legend, practically refilling itself and granting you a new set of skills. This is by far the most difficult part when it comes to mastering Revenant, knowing when you should swap legends and when you shouldn't. Generally, if you have no cooldowns left or are dangerously low on energy, it's most likely a good idea to swap. If you can, try and dump all of your energy beforehand so that none of it goes to waste. Revenant has some of the lowest cooldowns in the game, so this won't be hard to do. Due to the high versatility and many options available to Revenant, there isn't really a clear-cut way to play it. Every situation is different, and being able to adapt to those situations will set you apart from other Revenants. If you are on really low HP, don't be afraid to swap early. Revenant essentially has access to 2 heal skills. Don't feel pressure to use every single skill available to you. There are times where there are skills that just cost too much energy for the situation you're in. You'll be swapping stances often, and when you do, you won't always be pressing the same buttons in them. It all just depends on the situation that you are thrown into. It is a good idea, however, to swap often because of the many bonuses you get for doing so. And don't forget, your first couple of seconds in any given stance is usually your strongest. The Revenant is able to fulfill almost any playstyle in Guild Wars 2. Because of this, it can benefit from most stats in the game. I'd recommend focusing on one playstyle at a time, however, due to some restrictions when it comes to legend stances. Power DPS can be pretty bursty and utilizes stats like Berserkers and Marauders. Condition DPS is just as powerful and utilizes stats like Vipers and Trailblazers. Revenant also has some of the most versatile builds in the game. Celestial stats complement these builds very well and enable you to become a very nice jack of all trades. The Revenant's greatest weakness actually lies within its greatest strength: the energy bar. Not knowing how to manage your energy will get you into trouble. If you have poor management, you will find yourself stuck in situations where all you can do is auto attack while the enemies are beating into you. Condition based damage will also hassle you, as Revenant doesn't have the best condition cleansing. Fortunately, there are multiple tools to help you survive this damage, as well as traits that heal you for dealing damage. Core Revenant can do things that other rev specs can't. They have access to more energy than the others, which enable them to set up some creative combos. Herald has the fastest playstyle out of all the Revenants. It is really good at providing boons to its team as a support, but is also able to deal really nice damage if built into. Renegade is the most versatile variation of Revenant. They're able to provide useful bonuses to the team and maintain high sustain while dishing out relatively high damage. Vindicator is able to augment its dodge to fulfill different roles as it sees fit. It primarily excels at dealing damage. As you can see, the Revenant has a playstyle for almost everything, and is super rewarding once you start to understand how energy and legend swapping really works. If you're interested in trying out Revenant, I have videos covering every spec of Revenant for you to check out. If you like what you see, why not stick around and subscribe? Helps out a lot and allows me to keep making videos like this one. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.